using a property variable on a template. So let's create a new project, Spring Initializer, next. Then we're going to name our package by AJ Spring Boot 103. And this needs the dependencies for web and TimeLeaf. So I'm going to select Spring Web and TimeLeaf, hit next, hit finished, let IntelliJ do its thing. And once my application is all configured, I'm going to go to my package and create a new class called Home Controller. And inside of here, I'm going to call it @controller @request mapping for the root path, and then public string homepage, and then we're going to say return home template. Okay, now of course, because I'm returning the value of home template, that means I need a template called home template. So I'm going to create that now. And on home template, instead of what we've done before, where I'm still going to say hello world, but instead of having a paragraph tag that's going to return the value of a variable sent from Java, I'm going to have the code to how to retrieve something from a property variable. So instead of a $, it'll be a number sign, curly bracket, and we'll call it static.message. And then we will in this curly bracket, in this paragraph tag, and our template is done. But now we need to do one more thing. We need to create a messages.properties file. So go to the resources folder, right click, select new file, and then we're going to create a file called messages.properties. And in there, we're going to have something called static.message equals hello world. Now you might be asking, why would I use something like this? Well, one of the reasons why we would use this is if you have a bunch of text in your application and then you want to make your application available to people who speak Spanish or French or German, rather than running through all over your application and having to translate the entire thing in every little place where you might have some text, if you use these types of property variables every time you're going to use some type of static message, then you potentially have one file where all of the messages that are, all of the words that are displayed in your application are in there all together. And then you just need to provide that to your translator to say, translate all of this into Spanish. And there's only one file they need to translate. They don't even need to be able to code. So we have this. And then once everything's right, we want to go ahead and run it. Again, we're going to get our splash that says spring, like so, and our messages that display, and then finally we can see that our application is started on port 8080. I'm going to open up my application, and then when I hit refresh, it says that I have an error. Could not parse as expression ampersand curly bracket static message. So let's see what I did wrong. Okay, notice this curly bracket is outside of the quotes and this curly bracket is inside the quotes. So I put it in the wrong space. So this should be here. And assuming that's right, let me run it again, stop and rerun. I'm going to get my splash again. I'm going to get my messages again. And once it tells me that it's ready, I can pull up my browser, hit refresh, and see hello world, hello world. And it has displayed my message for my property page, and I've been able to quickly debug a problem inside of Spring Boot. And it's just that simple.